New videos every day.
Life, wisdom. Psychetruth, yoga.
Hello, I'm Molly, and today I'm going to be taking you through a yoga sequence that's going to be helpful for opening into your hamstrings and your hips. And today we're going to be using a prop. If you have a strap or a belt or a scarf at home, I suggest that you go and grab that now because that's going to be very useful through this sequence. We'll go ahead and begin from lying on our back side body so that you can come lying down as you're ready, and we'll get started from there. Once you come lying down onto your back, bend your knees and position your feet onto the earth. And try to place your feet at about hips distance, pointing your toes forward, and then just allowing for your shoulders to relax. You can open your arms comfortably in any way that feels good. And from here, we'll just bring one knee in. Let's start with the right knee and just give ourselves a nice hug and squeeze. Draw the right knee in towards your right shoulder, but keep your shoulders relaxed here. And just take nice, slow, calm, and even breaths. And we're going to move the strap around the ball of our foot. So not the arch of the foot, but around the base of the big toe and the pinky toe joint. And once you've positioned your strap around the ball of your foot, begin to reach the foot up towards the ceiling. Now from here, many of you may find that your leg is out forward of your body. That most likely will happen if there is a lot of tension within the hamstrings. So what you're going to do is bend your knee until the knee is right over your hip, or maybe even a little bit closer. Keep that as your point of reference, and then maybe straighten your leg a little bit more from there. Now keep your shoulders relaxed and just breathe into this nice open space that you're creating through the back of your leg, and create a little bit of tension between the strap and your foot. So gently pull the strap down as you push your foot up into the strap, and then use that to find that nice opening into the back leg, again breathing into that space that you've created. We'll hold each pose for about 5 to 10 breaths, depending on how long each of your breaths is. You can always stay here longer if you'd like to, or come out a bit earlier if you need to. Now after your final breath here, move your strap into your right hand. And you can just place your left hand onto that leg. Now we're going to open our legs away from one another, away from our midline. So as the left knee moves to the left side of your mat, open your right leg towards the right side of your mat. And here we'll find this opening into our inner hamstrings, and also starting this opening of the inner hips. Now again, the head and shoulders are just relaxed, the breath calm and even. And you want to move your breath into this nice open space throughout the inner hips and pelvic girdle. And take your final few breaths here. Again, if you'd like to stay longer, that's always fine. And then bring the leg and knee together with your inhale. Move your strap into the other hand. And then just open your right arm onto the earth. And as you exhale, push your left knee towards the right, move your right leg over towards the left. So you're crossing your legs at your midline. This is helping to close up the lower back around the SI joint. Now from here, as your left knee pushes over towards the right, and as you extend your right leg over towards the left, try not to let this hip lift, which you may find the legs just pulling over to the left. But try to keep your hips on the earth, and try not to overly bend this knee. As you extend out through the right leg, you're going to find that opening into the outer hip and into your IT band. Now after these final few breaths here, with an inhale, lift your leg and your knee back up to neutral. Now we're going to move right into another deep opening of the hips. We're going to place the right foot onto the left thigh. This is where the strap can come off of the foot, and you can just move it off to the side for a little bit. Now as you rest your foot on top of your left leg, flex your foot, pull your toes back towards you, and just relax your knee. Relax this hip as best as you can. Now this may be as big of a hip opener as some of you are needing for now. If it is okay to move a little bit farther, lift your left foot away from the earth and draw your knee towards your chest. Reach your right hand through the hole that you're creating with your legs and interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Now, if you cannot interlace your hands behind your thigh, take your strap around the back of the leg and find something to hold on to here. And then as you encourage this left knee to draw towards you, encourage the right knee to move a little bit away from you. You can sometimes use your elbow, the right elbow, to encourage that knee to move away. But again, keep your shoulders relaxed and keep your foot flexed and active. That's going to help to support and protect your knee. So try not to lose that action of the right foot. Now, if the stretch starts to show up in your knee, back out. You want to keep this somewhere within the outer hip and thigh region. That's where we're going for here. And that's where you're breathing. So for these final few breaths, move your breath down into the area that you're finding the stretch. And just allow your breath to massage into that space as you give all of these muscles permission to just melt and soften and release away from their grips of the bones. And after these final few breaths of this pose, what we call the reclining pigeon pose, you'll keep the right foot on top of your left leg, but you're going to release your hands and bring the left foot down onto the floor. Now keep your foot onto the leg for now and just lower both of your knees to the right side of your mat. Now once your legs lower to the right, if it's okay for this foot to stay hooked onto the left knee, you can just keep that and open your arms. But if that is at all strenuous for the knee, or if you're finding that your body is just saying, no, don't do this, bring your foot off and just release into this gentle twist. And go ahead and take another couple of breaths here, slowing down your exhale. So a nice full inhale. Try to push your breath out from your midline into all areas of the belly and even further down into the hips. And then with your exhale, squeeze the deep pelvic and belly muscles in. And again, allow for your exhale to stay longer and slower. Take these final few long, deep exhalations. If your right foot has been on top of the left knee, take it off. And then with your inhale, just bring your knees back up again, feet on the earth. And then just release your arms and take a few breaths here, recenter and align yourself. Now this time we'll bring the left leg in. So when ready, go ahead and draw that knee towards your shoulder and just give yourself a nice hug and squeeze here. Again, keep the upper body relaxed. And as you're ready, move your strap around the ball of your foot. Allow that foot to lift towards the ceiling. Now again, you don't want your leg to be too far out in front of you. It's best if the knees stay above you, maybe a bit closer, and then from there you can slowly straighten the leg a bit more. Now create that light tension or resistance between the strap and foot. So while pulling down on the strap, push up into the foot and lengthen through the inner and outer sides of this leg. And from here, just send your breath through these nice open channels that you're creating through this leg. And if you're feeling tighter through this left leg, you may want to stay a little bit longer and allow for your breath to assist with the restoration of balance through both sides of the body. Now we'll begin by taking the strap into the left hand. You can just release your right hand to the leg. Open your legs away from one another, away from your midline. And again, relax the shoulders and head. You may have to constantly remind them to relax. Allow for your breath to move into this open space that you're creating. And if you are finding that your leg is a little bit shaky or quivery, that's not a bad thing at all. That's actually a good sign that this is working. My teacher often says that this is a sign that weakness is leaving the body. So enjoy those little moments of shaking or burning that you find. Those are not bad. If you find any overstretching of muscle tissue or any pain within the joint itself, it's important to come out. Maybe re-enter slowly. Now with an inhale, bring the leg and knee together and move the strap into the right hand and cross your legs with an exhale. So push your right knee to the left and extend your left leg towards the right. And just see if you can observe what's happening here through the lower back side of your body. And this may feel really nice for some of you. Feel free to, again, stay longer and take from it what you need. And after these final several breaths, with an inhale, lift your leg and knee to neutral. Now this is where we're going to bring the foot onto the right leg. So place the outer foot on top of the thigh, remove the strap. And then from here, flex your foot. Relax this knee out to the side. And the side may be telling you something different. So again, listen carefully. If your body is saying this is enough, just stay here. If you can go a bit farther, lift your right foot. Start to bring your knee towards your chest. Reach your left hand through the hole of your legs. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. Now again, you can use a strap here if needed. You can take the strap and lasso it around the leg and hold on to it. Just check in with the upper back and shoulders and head. Again, you may want to just kind of roll the head from side to side as a reminder that it gets to stay relaxed and at ease. Now from here, as you move your breath into this outer left hip and thigh release, which again, you don't want to find this in the knee. You want to keep it somewhere down here. Again, just breathe into that space and massage away at those muscles that are feeling tight or those areas that feel a bit tense. And allow for your inhale to massage into that space of tension. And then release whatever tension that is that you're finding out with your exhale and let it all go. You can always stay here longer, again, especially if you're finding this side to be a bit tighter. And after your final few breaths here of our reclining pigeon, go ahead and release your hands and bring your foot to the earth. Keep your left foot onto the right thigh for now, and then lower your legs to the left. You can open your arms out like a T. Just make sure that your arms are not above your shoulders. Try to keep the arms at shoulder height or maybe the elbows a little bit below. Remind the shoulders to stay relaxed. And again, if you are finding any pulling or any strain because of this foot on the knee, bring your foot off of the knee. Now begin a longer and slower, deeper exhale. Observe the fullness of your inhale. Open with that breath. Expand with your inhale. Then contract with your exhale. Use this gentle twist to help bring it out. And this is going to assist by the slowing of the exhale and the twist to massage into the spinal system. This is assisting with the renewal of blood flow and oxygen to the spine. Go ahead and take your final slow, deep exhale. And then lift your knees with an inhale. Again, if your foot was on the knee, bring it down and then come out of the twist. And then from here, just recenter again as before. Take a few breaths to release back into this neutral alignment. Now we're going to take it a little bit farther. So from here, same as before, take the strap around the right foot. Bring the right knee in. And as you take the strap around the foot, send the foot back up. Now for some of you, you may find that you don't need the strap. Your hamstrings may be open enough at this time for you to find a bind with what we call the yogi toe lock. So you can take your first 2 fingers between the big toe and second toe, curl them around the big toe, and press your thumb into the toenail. Now from here, you want to try to keep this right shoulder relaxed as you lengthen evenly through the inner and outer leg. Regardless of if you have your yogi toe lock or if you're using this strap here, go ahead and slide your left leg out onto the earth and see if this is okay for your body today. And if your body says no, if your lower back was happier with your knee bent and the foot on the floor, go ahead and take that option and return to that previous sequence that we had just worked through. Now, if your leg is extended forward, place your left hand onto the leg. Now you're going to imagine that you're standing on the left leg. So push into the 4 corners of your foot. The toes are pointing up. And use your left hand as a reminder to keep the thigh down. You don't want the thigh to pop up away from the earth. You want to root the thigh down into the earth as you relax your right shoulder down into the earth. Now from here, you're going to take another couple of breaths into this pose, which is called Supta Padangusthasana A. We're going to take it into Supta Padangusthasana B. And Supta Padangusthasana means reclining hand to foot pose. So from here, turn your toes towards the back right corner of your mat. So here we find an external rotation of the hip. That's the direction we want our leg to travel into. So your leg can open as far to the right as it will go, but with the intention of the toes drawing towards the earth behind your right shoulder. Now notice that your left hip's probably going to start to lift. You want to keep the hips level, and you want to remind that left thigh to stay down. Then you can open from there. Now allow your breath to move here into the inner hamstring and inner hip. Take another few breaths here. Again, if you find any little shakes or quivers, enjoy that. That's not a bad thing at all. And after your final breath, lift the leg back up. That's with an inhale. So from here, after your inhale brings your leg up, with an exhale, you can either take the strap, if you're using this strap, into the left hand, which you may want to use it here for this pose. Or some of you may find that you can hold your left hand around the outer right foot. The third option would be to bend your right knee and place your left hand onto that knee. Now from here, we're going to move into a nice deep twist, taking the knee over our midline towards the left. And you can look over towards the right hand as you do. That's going to counter the twist. Now again, if you have hold of the strap, or if you have hold of the outer foot and you're guiding your leg over, again, only do so as far as you can until the shoulder starts to lift. Once the shoulder lifts away from the earth, pause, lift your leg as much as you need to bring the shoulder down. So that's your point of reference. Keep the shoulder down as you extend the leg over in Yamel. Now you're going to find this opening here, deeper into the outer IT band and hip. So that's where we're going to take our awareness as we push out through both feet. Just find this opening that you're finding here into the side body, lower back, outer hip, and IT band through the side of your thigh. Take your final slow, deep exhale here. With an inhale, come back up. Lifting your leg, pause, and then exhale. Bend your knee and bring that foot to the earth, and then place your left foot onto the earth next to it. You might want to kind of just recenter yourself on your mat here. Again, just realign, take another breath or two. And keep in mind this next side may be a very different experience. You may not have as far of a range of motion on one side. You may find this next side to be a little bit tighter or weaker. So again, feel free to stay there a little bit longer. Help to restore balance as only you know how, using this time with your breath in this exploration of your asana practice. Let's do the left side. Go ahead and bring the knee in. Go ahead, if you're using the strap, take the strap around the ball of the foot. Take the foot up from there. Again, others, go ahead and see if this may be available for Supta Padangusthasana in the Yogi Toe Lock. And if you find that Yogi Toe Lock, start to straighten your leg any amount. You may not find that it straightens fully, but that's just fine. Something to work towards there. Relax your shoulder, relax your head, and relax your jaw. Try to keep the upper body just in a full state of ease and rest. Now we work into the lower body. If you can, go ahead and extend the right leg. You can always bring the foot back onto the earth if your body says no. Toes up, thigh rooting down. Now from here, go ahead and take your final breath or two through the back of your left leg. And then as you're ready, open your leg towards the left. But remember, there is an external rotation of the hip. So first, turn your toes towards the back left corner of your mat, and then send your leg in that direction, any amount. And again, this right hip is going to try to pop up, but keep the right hip drawn down. Keep rooting your thigh down. Relax the shoulders and check in with your breath. Move your breath here into this open space that you're creating. Feel free to stay a little bit longer if you'd like to on this side. And after your final breath or two, begin to lift the leg with your inhale back up to neutral. Now again, you can take the strap into your right hand if you're using it. You can hold the outer left foot. You can bend the knee. You can bring your hand to the knee here. With an exhale, take it into your twist. And as you open the left arm, you can look towards the left shoulder, but again, use that left shoulder as your point of reference. If the shoulder has lifted away from the earth, lift your knee or leg away from the earth till the shoulder comes down. Then allow gravity to assist you by just softening into the deep connective tissues of the body, relaxing the muscles away from the bones, and taking these longer and slower, deeper exhales. Release with an inhale as you come out of the twist. And then exhale, bring that foot onto the earth and then the other. Okay, so from here, go ahead as you are ready. Close your practice. Just rolling over to one side and pressing your way up. And I thank you so much for joining me here today. And if you'd like to learn more about where I'll be in your community teaching yoga, you can find my information on primalearthyoga.com. And if you found this asana practice, this yoga practice to be helpful, you can click the like button or favorite this video or leave a comment and let us know how it has helped you. All right, thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.